What's up? What's going on? Let me move my blood pressure machine out the way. Gotta have that blood pressure machine. So, like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, hey, drop a like, follow the page, whatever the case may be. Okay, my mic was muted. So I don't know if it was muted, but like I said, if you're on Facebook, like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. Let me get this shared up. And if you're on Facebook, man, drop a like, man. It is what it is. Share this up real quick to a couple spots. Yesterday, man. Hey, Pittsburgh. If you either the K's or the K's or the or just Pittsburgh Pirates in general, man. They blew it for a lot of people's parlays, man. So straight bets are major key, man. Major key. Yeah, straight bets are major key. All right. So man. Man, tell me about it. Or it was either Mitch or it was either the Pirates alone. You know what I'm saying? And they getting ready to come right on right now. And they getting ready to, they getting ready to see what, they getting ready to play again, man. I think it's another 15 gamer. I don't, today is kind of, I don't know, meh. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Coming from somebody like, let's see, let's take a look at the weather here. All right. So for those of you who I use Kevin Roth, I'm quite sure a lot of you folks do. I will click on this weather link right here just to see what the weather is here for today, and then it'll bring you here. And then first things first is first game, Oakland and Pittsburgh, winds out to center at 10 miles an hour. Chicago 10 miles an hour. I don't know how effective that is, when it comes to bats or something like that. That might be Chicago at New York Yankees, winds out to right at 10 miles an hour. Boston at Cleveland. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They definitely do. I hope people gravitate to that, man. Straight to major key. Keep you in the game. Just you don't lose your bankroll like that. Boston at Cleveland, temps in the 60s, winds blowing in at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So there you have that. New York Mets at Atlanta, a stray shower maybe, but I don't expect any issues here. Winds out to left center at 10 miles an hour. This is one here now. This is the game that's really bothering me right here, man. So, San Francisco Giants at Colorado, scattered showers and storms. There's not much more to say than that. A delay is fairly likely. A postpone is not out of the question. So, they got Logan Webb on the mound in that game. You might want to temper your expectations with that because you can lose money due to the weather. I would keep checking back for the weather all day long. All right, because that game is an important game. Okay, that game is an important game because I like the bats, man. I like the bats. I like the bats. I like them Dodgers bat. I mean, I like them Giants bats like a mug, man. I like them like a mug today, and then that's Colorado. All right. So that's one thing. Now let's do a quick little recap from like 2 or 3 games because I just want to keep drilling this to y'all because it's important, man. So I'm a fantasy player, and I play a lot. I play fantasy, so looking at some of these high totals. So let's go with the Cincinnati here, right? Anytime Cincinnati at home, we got a high total, yada yada yada. Now I told you guys the RBIs. Okay, look at the Reds batters here. They don't hit for a lot of power, So I'll show you guys every day. The RBIs are plus money here. So De La Cruz, I did not take him for RBI, but I have to go through this every day to make sure people learn. Now I do stack up bats and stuff like that because it's a habit that I've carried over from fantasy. You know what I'm saying? So all these guys here got RBIs. You know what I'm saying? Look, and then the hits, runs, and RBI prop. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first six batters. The first 6 batters hit their hits, runs, and RBI prop, man. You know what I'm saying? That's on the Reds alone. Now, I took Freeman for my Dinger Tuesday. Bam, he got there for me. JD Martinez just can't stop hitting fucking home runs. And then look at the hits, runs, and RBI guys. 1, 2, 3. 3 of the first 4 guys hit their stuff. I faded Will Smith. JD Martinez, Peralta, Haywood. Look, everybody hit their hits, runs, and RBI prop except for 2 people. So I got to keep drilling this. I say this all the time, man. Reds at home, and then the same thing with Coors Field. These are the two fields that produce runs, man. So look, I'm gonna go right back to Coors Field. And I'm gonna show you guys the same shit. The same shit. It's not easy by any long shot, but the same shit. Look, the Rockies. We start off with the Rockies. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the first 5 batters hit their hits, runs, and RBI props. Okay. Now, the Giants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 batters hit their hits, runs, and RBI prop. Colorado Rockies at home, Cincinnati at home, potent bats, they're going to put up runs, okay? So, and then look at the RBIs. I mean, you could just single bet them RBIs. They all plus money, all right? I just got to get that out. I got to get that out because, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? In any of these totals, yesterday, another game with a high total was not Astros, the Arizona game. Where's that? Arizona and Washington. They had a 9.5 over under in that one. So let's see what they did. Okay, so 1, 2. Thomas, Garcia, Garrett hit a bomb. Okay, and then you got on the Arizona side. Those the bats that I had more interest in. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 9 batters hit they hits, runs, and RBI prop. Okay. Pay attention to bad pitching, high totals, and bam. Okay. I mean, it's not easy. It's not that easy though. And just look at the hit props alone. I mean, those were hits. So, I stacking batters and stuff like that, I do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that does that, especially coming over for fantasy. That's enough right there. I just want, people to know that, you know what I'm saying? It's you can hit it. You can hit it. You know what I'm saying? You can hit it. I hit one on that Dodgers game. It was probably like a plus 800, but I took like 2 people for RBI, a run. You know what I'm saying? Trying to like play the game out. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. All right. So first game on the docket here. Let's go with Oakland Athletics and Pittsburgh Pirates here. We got Contreras on the mound. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. Now, We got over under 9.5. I don't have a side in this one right now. Harris on the mound, Contreras on the mound here. I need to see a little bit more of, for me, I need to see a little bit more Harris. All right. I need to see a little bit more Harris. I mean, I don't know. This is his third game here. I need to see a little bit more Harris here. I don't know what to expect right now. So, I don't know. He's pitched 15 and 15 outs. He got 15 outs in his last two games there. I just don't know what to expect from Harris right now. Tell you the truth, I ain't gonna lie. All right. Contreras, on the other hand, looking at his K props at 5.5. On the season they will strike out. They ruined that for us yesterday. Lately, hey, I guess they haven't been striking out lately. Looking at the last 30 days, let's see. Looking at the last 30 days for Oakland, let's see. Last 30 days for Oakland, they haven't been striking out too much, I don't say. I mean, I don't know. I think they're better than what they were, as we could see that yesterday. So last 30 days, yeah. So they still fourth. I know they probably shoot back last 14 days. They probably shoot back then. 370. That's a hefty sample size. 376. That's pretty decent in 2 weeks. So they shoot all the way back to 14. So they probably getting better right now. Strikeout prop for Contreras, I think it was 4.5 or 5.5. I don't think I'll be messing around with a strikeout prop. I'm still traumatized from yesterday. I don't think I'll be. He's all over the place any damn way, but these are some tough matchups. Dodgers, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Baltimore, Arizona, Seattle. He's supposed to got more strikeouts versus the Seattle, and then somehow he got 6 strikeouts versus St. Louis. So I don't know. The outs prop is kind of intriguing there. The walks have been a concern there. I couldn't talk off the 1.5 right there. The hits allowed has been, been a concern. I'm a little bit interested in his 4.5 hits right now. It's a couple bats that grade out well for me. All right. So that's what I'm going to be looking at in this game. It was only like 2 bats, or maybe 3 bats that I really, really probably wanted to go to. But I was looking at Noda. I got a bunch of bats in my player pool right now. This ain't even my player pool right here. Let me see. My player pool, I got 40 bats in there. I need to really, really narrow them down. But I know I had Ryan Noda in there. Let's see. So you want to target lefties versus Contreras. He's giving up an 829 OPS. Those are ones that probably hit him the best. So, I mean, I don't know if I'll be going to somebody like Seth Brown, but he grades out well. Connor Joe, he grades out well. He hits lefties well. So Connor Joe, Ryan Noda, he's another bat right there. Okay, it's a few more bats though. It's a few more bats for this Oakland team. So I couldn't talk you off that 4.5 hits there. But I'm looking at Noda. I'm looking at Connor Joe and Brian Reynolds. Those are 3 bats I'm looking at. Castro grades out really, really well. I don't know if he's in the lineup or not, but yeah, he grades out really, really well. Okay, so let me see. Let me get the lineup page and see where he's at. See if he's in the lineup and where he's batting at. Sixth. So Pittsburgh got a projected total of 5.1. Oh, McCutchen leading off today. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Cabrian Hayes. All right. Let's see. Noda leading off. Seth Brown right behind him. All right. I'm gonna like Noda, Brown. I'm gonna have some interest in those guys. These 2 lefties, yeah, for sure. Yeah. What time is it? 10 o'clock? Okay. So I don't have a lot today. Seattle Mariners here at San Diego Padres here. We got the over under 8 in this spot. Texas over Cardinals. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Where we at? That game is. Where's that game? Yeah, I like that. I get a pitcher lean towards Texas here. I think Flaherty is gonna Flaherty. I think Flaherty should be in for a rude awakening today. I got some bats in my player pool. I like. How can I not like Seaman? And then I mean, no homo. God damn. But I like him. And then who else I got in there? I have Corey Seager. He grades out okay for me. But those bats are just on the tear. Nathaniel Lowe. I got him in there too. Those bats are on the tear, so I like them. I like them over there. I like them for sure. I definitely do. I like them. All right. Shout out to Greg for coming through. Next, like I was saying, this Seattle Mariners game here. Now, one thing I could say here is Seattle. Keep an eye out on this lineup here. Seattle, for some odd damn, Walker's been okay. All right. But for some odd, I mean, Seattle's got they got a nice history versus this guy, man. I mean, they 35 for 79. They batted 443 versus Walker. So it's some guys that got some nice history versus him. I know one bat I was looking at. If we do get Crawford leading off, I'm gonna like him. I like him, but they got some nice history versus him, man. I mean, it might not mean nothing right now because Walker's been pitching pretty good, but they got some nice history versus him, man. They got a couple guys that got some bombs off of him. So I'll definitely be looking at because I think he's like 5 for 13 or something versus him. And I couldn't talk you off of it. I'm not going to go in extensive in depth like I have been lately. But I know these guys, like I said, as a whole, Suarez, I think Rodriguez, Crawford, I know, Teoscar Hernandez, he's got a couple bombs. So like I said, Walker's been pitching good, but these guys, for some reason, they batted 443 versus him. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Soto, I would like Soto. He's just, oh my God, man. Damn, man. I got him in my player pool, but Jesus Christ. Damn, he's due, man. So, I mean, it is what it is with that shit. So, and then on the other hand, man, taking a look at some of these pictures here. George Kirby. George Kirby's been looking good, man. I mean, in the K department, one thing I will say, the San Diego team will strike out alone, and Seattle will strike out. San Diego, on the season, they're striking out the 9th most versus right-hand pitching there. All right. Kirby's line sitting at 4.5. Couldn't talk you off of that if you want to get there. The outs for Kirby has been outstanding. This is an underrated prop. A lot of people don't go towards. You get it 17.5 outs for him at a -155. He's hit this number in every game except for 2. That's an underrated prop there. And his walks, he hasn't given up more than 1 walk this season. The hits allowed, of course, when you stay in there for a decent amount of innings, you're going to get a few hits there. The earned runs, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? And then Walker, like I said, Seattle, they 4th striking out versus right-hand pitching on the season. He's been okay in the outs department. I mean, he's over 50% to this number. He's 7-11 to his outs proper sitting at -155 at 17.5. And he's 64%, to this number on the season. Where they at? They at a pitcher's park. They at San Diego. San Diego's is a pitcher's park as well. So, maybe he can keep the bats down. But like I said, for some reason, these motherfuckers, they hitting 443 versus batting average versus Walker. It ain't no for certain reason. They just been hitting them. They got a collective group of guys that have been hitting them over his career. So, but Walker's been pitching good. The hits allowed lately been down. Hasn't given up more than 5 hits in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. That's been okay. And then the earned runs have definitely been okay. Haven't given up more than 2 earned runs in 3, 6 games here. Seattle offense can get kind of shaky, can get kind of anemic. So we'll see. I don't have a plan this one here. You guys got something? Let me know. Does look like an under, but I could be, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Detroit Tigers at Philadelphia Phillies, over under 7.5 in the spot. We got Will on the mound, Olsen on the mound. Olsen, this will be his second start, I want to say. He did pitch good. I think he pitched against the White Sox. I think he gave him 5 strikeouts. This is a different team here. Philadelphia, on the other hand, they do struggle to score. Maybe, let me see. Sometimes they do struggle to score. So maybe, let me see. So they got Reese Olsen. See, they got it fucked up. They got Reese Olsen, San Diego, like Seattle batting versus. They got it all fucked up. But I can look at it. Right hand pitching. I can go over here. Philly versus right hand pitching on the season. Striking out at 11%. They're 23%. They're 11 place, 23.5. Over the season. Let's see, last 30 days. That's all I'm gonna look at there. Philly, 11th, last 30 days. WRC plus in that span, probably really low. Philly, 96. And so Wheeler on the other side, Wheeler, it is his strikeout prop is kind of elevated. He's sporting a 26.5. I don't know if this is accurate. He got sporting 26.5 K percentage, and then 26 to lefties and righties. This Detroit team will strike out. His line is sitting at pretty high, man. At 9. Well, I seen it at 7.5. I seen it at 8.5. So Detroit striking out the 6th most here, and he will go out there and strike people out. But he's hit this number only 3 times this season. As you can see, Nola, he was struggling. He went in there and got that K prop. So his out sitting at 19.5. He's only hit this number twice, so they got his numbers kind of juiced up for this matchup here. All right. If it was 17.5 in a parlay piece, I would take it. Maybe consider 18.5, but 19.5, I don't want to go there. And then I'm not interested in anything else. He will give up some hits, though, as you can see. He's given up 8 or more hits in 3 of his last 4 games. That could be concerning there. But, and then the earned runs, it's been all over the place. 1.5 earned runs is not out of the realm of possibility for any pitcher, especially a pitcher that's going to go 6 or 7 innings. So, if you want to get there, be my guest. I guess I would say Philly or nothing. The hefty minus 245 favorites. I won't be laying that, you know what I'm saying? But, I get a pitcher lean towards Philly for right now. Olsen, need to see a little bit more Olsen. This will be his second start. Philly, their offense can get anemic at times. They only put up 1 run yesterday. That was that long Schwarber bomb. A lot of guys that grade out well for a lot of batters grade out well for me against Olsen, but I don't have enough sample size for Olsen. So, Harper's and the Schwarbers, they did grade out well. So I couldn't talk you off none of those guys. If you want to go back to Schwarber, the Schwarber and June shit. If you want to check them out again, be my guest. Kansas City Royals at Miami Marlins here. We got an over under 8.5 in the spot. We got Lyles on the mound. We got Cabrera on the mound. Cabrera does have good K stuff. Lyles can give it up, and he can give it up on the road as well. I got some bats here. Where you want to target Lyles is versus these righties, I want to say. Let's see. I got a few bets in this player pool from this game, I want to say. Or probably just didn't put him in there. So De La Cruz, I had him in there. Actually, you could target him lefties, righties, and switch. So your favorite bat is in play, Uriel. He's 1 for 3 versus Lyles, but yeah, your favorite batter's in play versus Lyles. He gives it up to lefties, righties, and switches. So I couldn't talk you off your favorite bat there. Reyes, he's a 937 OPS versus righties here. Probably one of the best, just pure hitters in the league right now, if not the best. So he's definitely in play. Hits, runs, and RBS and all that type of shit like that. But yeah, any one of your bats, your favorite bats from here, I couldn't talk you off neither one of them from the Marlins side. And then Salvi Perez, it's a possibility. You can target right hand batters versus Cabrera. He's giving up probably about an 850 OPS to the right hand batters. And then somebody like Salvador Perez, man, he's he's a home run candidate, and he's right on par with him for probably about a 800 OPS right there. He probably got a pretty decent barrel rate as well. So let me check out the barrel rate for this guy here. I want to see. I think Lyles shit is through the roof. So Lyles, 12.1. All right. So man, he's in double digits, and Cabrera, he'll give up a home run too. So 8.6. Lyles, that's really concerning that at home run. Where's he? Let's see something here. Let me see some Lyles. Who's he giving up home runs? He got to be giving them up to righties. He's got to be giving them to righties. Let me check his splits real fast. If it would load up. %18 K rate. Let's see. I know he don't got 18 home runs. Damn. Right. That's why I say he does give it up to lefties and righties. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, lefties and righties. So it really don't even matter. It really don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So Lyles is giving it up. So if you get somebody like Soler in a lineup or something like that, we don't watch out for him too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, any one of your favorite batters here, I expect them to hit him. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. And then there's a few bets that I'm interested over there too. As far as strikeouts here, Cabrera, I went to his strikeouts last time versus Oakland, and he had 10 Ks. I wish I would have laddered him up, but Kansas City, they fifth in striking out, man. So right-hand pitchers who's got there versus Kansas City, Miles McCullers had 10, Wainwright 5, Lorenzen, yada, yada, yada. Just a few batter pitchers here. Cabrera, I think he's sporting a 25% K rate. So, I mean, this 6.5 is kind of steep, I want to say. 6.5 is kind of steep. If you want to get there, be my guest. I probably won't be getting there. Maybe not. I'll probably look a little bit more intriguing to me, sitting at 16.5 and a -120. He doesn't even have to pitch 6 innings. Right now, he's hit that number in 3 straight games so far. At Colorado, that was impressive. At LA and Oakland, we ain't even gonna count that. So his outs probably look kind of good there. The walk's been a problem here and there, and then the hits allowed. He can't give us some hits. Now 3.5 hits at a parlay piece here. I wouldn't mind taking a stab at that. Maybe putting that in the parlay piece. 3.5 hits is just extremely low. Oakland got 3.5 hits off of him, so you'll get that on -185. And then the earned runs, that's definitely in play. I mean, anytime you get a 1.5 earned runs, I don't care if you got Strite on the mound, it's in play for me. So earned runs at a 1.5 spot. Actually, he's giving this shit up in every game except for one. Okay, so if you want to get that, be my guest. Minnesota Twins at Tampa Bay Rays. It looks like a bullpen game for this Tampa Bay Rays team here. We got an over under 8.5 in the spot, and then Minnesota Twins they rolling out Lopez, and then they rolling out Armstrong here. Lopez, his strikeouts, he strikes out right-hand batters more than he does lefties. That's one thing. So that's only one thing he's got working in his favor. But any one of these left-hand batters, I couldn't talk you off neither one of them, man. I'm undecided on the side of this one here. Let me see, 25% K rate for him, 19% to lefties, and 31% to righties. So that's all. That's why I'm looking right now. I don't bet a lot of games, as you guys can see. I don't bet a lot of games, but you could target those lefties versus Lopez if you ask me. But overall, this on the season, this this Tampa Bay team, they number one WRC plus versus right-hand pitching. So I couldn't talk you off of none of those numbers right there. His earned run sitting at 1.5. Listen, the earned run sitting at 1.5. That's a parlay piece at -175. I couldn't talk you off of that. Earned runs at let me run a double check on that, because that shit got to be at 2.5 by now. Let's see. Earned runs for going up against it's at 1.5 at a -1. Oh, I had already had it in a parlay piece already. I had already had it up there because I couldn't fucking believe that. I couldn't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? So hell no. All right, so yeah, and like I said, as far as bats here, I couldn't talk you off any bat for Tampa Bay. It sucks they playing a bullpen game today, because I wouldn't mind targeting Minnesota Twins for strikeouts. They striking out versus lefties and righties. All right, we got Arizona Diamondbacks here. I don't have a side in this game though. Tampa Bay is at home. Tampa Bay at home though. Tampa Bay bullpen hasn't been that good. Let's take a look here, man. Let's see where they at. Tampa Bay. They bullpen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're in the bottom third. They're in the bottom. They're in the bottom third of giving up runs. No, top third of getting up runs. They got the ninth worst bullpen, man. However you want to call it. So home runs. Let's see what the home runs looking like here. Tampa Bay, same shit. Ninth in home runs. Do they strike people out? They might do that. Let's see. Yeah, so they get some Ks. They're in the top third. They're getting up some Ks. Earned runs. They fourth in giving up runs. So hits. They fourth in giving up hits. So they walks. What about the walks? That's very important. They fourth getting up home runs, fourth hits, fourth in walks. Okay. So let me see. Let me take a look at the team total here one time before I get up out of here. I want to see what Minnesota's team total looks like, and I also gotta wait to they lineups come out there. But let's see what a team total for Tampa Bay is looking like here. I mean Minnesota 3.5, and Tampa Bay is sitting at 4. All right, what's the full total of this game here? 8.5. Interesting. I want to see who's gonna see if this Minnesota Twins lineup is healthy or not. The dogs might be barking in this one. You never know. I get a picture leaning towards Minnesota for right now, but man, do this Tampa Bay good at home? They are pretty good at home. All right, so let's go to the next game here. Arizona Diamondbacks and Washington Nationals here. We got over under 9.5 in this spot here. And we got Davies on the mound, Corbin on the mound. And like I said, 9.5 over under here. And another game I'll be targeting for bats. Another game I'll be targeting for bats here. Not a fan of the Davies, and Corbin, he's been okay as of late. He's been okay. You know what I'm saying? Is he due for some regression? Maybe. He's been okay, though. 3 earned runs versus the Dodgers, the Mets, San Francisco, 2. Yeah, he's given up more than 3 earned runs at once in his last 3, 6, 9 starts or some shit like that. So he's been good. He's not that Corbin from last year, but he's definitely due for some regression. The hits allowed has been concerning there. Hits allowed has been concerning though. So it is what it is. I got some bats here in this one here. I like those. I go to my player pool right here. I like some bats in this one here. So from the you could target switches and lefties versus Davies. So switch is going to come to play here. Candelario, he's Corey Dickerson. A lot of these guys, they play a lot of small ball here. So who else did I have in this lineup here? I didn't put let me see. So Marte, the lefties, righties versus Corbin and switches. So Marte, I got Marte in there, Riviera in there, Christian Walker in there, and because he's hitting lefties really well at 1,000 OPS. Christian Walker, Marte, he's hitting them at 865 OPS. So those are probably my two favorite bats there on the Arizona side there. All right. So let me see. As far as the side in this one, I don't have a side in this one here, man. I don't bet too many sides. You guys got one, lay it on me. You guys got one, lay it on me. I like Christian Walker for hits all the way up to a home run. He's pretty much due right now. So we'll see. This Chicago White Sox and New York Yankees here. Now we got Judge on the IR in this one here, but we got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Lance Lynn on the mound, Vasquez on the mound. I don't know too much about Vasquez here. I have to look into him, but Lance Lynn on the mound here. I took the strikeouts yesterday, and it got there for me. I'm tempted to go back to the strikeouts again here. Lance in at 6.5. With no Judge in there, I don't know. Could be some home runs hit in this game here. You got Stanton and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you could look out for. But the outs have been there for him. The walks have been a problem for Lance Lynn. So I couldn't talk you off the 8.5, even though New York Yankees don't draw that many walks versus righties. The hits has been a problem for Lance Lynn. And then, he can give up a run or two. You know what I'm saying? So lately he's been okay outside this LA. He was on a tear right here. 1, 2, and 1. Of course, those were, some bad offensive teams, but I guess. I wouldn't take I don't know. If I had a chance, I probably would take the over there at 2.5 runs, but I'm not betting that. New York Yankees, they have been striking out. They right outside the top 10 in strikeouts there. So if you want to alter your strikeouts, you can, because that is a hefty number at 6.5. He's shown the ability to hit it, but that's still a hefty number there. I like Rizzo in this one here. I ain't even gonna lie. I put him down. So I like Rizzo in this one here, hit all the way up to a home run. 8.5 total in this one here. We'll see. Houston Astros at Toronto Blue Jays. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. Blanco. I think he's getting his second start here. He does have some K stuff. Let's see. He does have some K stuff. And then Bassett. Bassett's got some K stuffs too. Okay. So taking a look at their K rates here. Blanco, 23%. I said I'll give him 24% K rate, 24 to lefties and 23 to righties. But this team here, they just don't strike out that much versus right-hand pitching. And I don't know, man. This is a big test for him. His ass could be in trouble. Bichette, Big Vladdy, Chapman, all those boys. Yeah, they might come out here and bring the bats and put bats to ass on him today. So we'll see. On the other side, Bassett, he's been okay. Strikeout 23.6% to lefties and 20% to righties. Somehow he's been getting a lot of strikeouts as of in his starts here. As you can see, his map looks pretty good, to this number at 4.5. He's hit this number in every game except for 3. But I don't think I want to target, strikeouts. He will give it up to lefties, okay? So Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez, these guys here, these guys are in play, okay? From hits all the way up to a home run. And I couldn't talk you off any of the bats here from Houston. I get a pitcher lean towards, I couldn't talk you off any of the bats from Toronto. Pitcher lean towards Toronto right now. So hey, if you want to take a stab at those Jays, I couldn't talk you off of it. I get on the pitcher lean, but I like Tucker. I mean, I like Tucker, and I like Alvarez. Alvarez got 3 home runs off of Bassett. Okay. So this is what I was talking about here. All right. So Los Angeles Dodgers and Cincinnati Reds. We got an over under 11 in the spot. We got Williamson on the mound. We got Syndergaard on the mound. I'm looking for nothing but bats here. You know what I'm saying? A few bats that I had up there here. And like I was saying, let me see. I know I had Mookie Betts up there. I said stop putting bats up there though. Chris Taylor, if he's in the lineup, I'm gonna like him. He hits lefties well. He's got over 1,000 OPS versus lefties. Will Smith, 981 versus lefties. Mookie Betts, yeah, I like Mookie Betts. So keep an eye on those guys. If they in the lineup, those guys are in a really, really good spot. But I don't have to talk much about this here because, at the end of the day, I'm going to lean over. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to lean over in this game and just sit back and watch the runs pour in. All right? This game right here feels like it's got an under spot here. We got an over-under of 10.5. I mean 8 in this spot here. Cleveland Guards, Bybee on the mound here. I got interest in the strikeout prop. Got a little interest in this strikeout prop for the simple fact that Boston will strike out on the road versus right-hand pitching there. So I couldn't talk about even if you want to alter it down, but I don't have too many bats from this game here. It does have an underfield. This New York Mets at Atlanta Braves game here, we got an over under 9.5, and interesting spot here for the simple fact that we do got Scherzer on the mound, we do got Moore on the mound, but we got a 9.5 over under here. All right, so I'm all over the place with this one here. I don't know what to expect. Here. We still got an over under 9.5 with Scherzer and Morton on the mound. Somebody's supposed to get hit. Okay, so the fishy lines, man. Fishy totals, fishy lines. Scherzer, he don't come out at too many dogs here, so I don't know. The books expect runs to be put up in this one here. I don't know. We'll see. They got enough firepower between both teams, though. I'll tell you that. Baltimore Orioles and Milwaukee Brewers here. We got an over under 8 in this spot. Baltimore Orioles have been okay on the road. They've been making money on the road. All right. So that's one thing you can look at. Burns, I don't know what's up with Burns, man. He lost a little something, but it is what it is. I'm looking at some bats here. I already had 2 bats here. In my player pool, I had 2 bats. I had Tellez and Chris Yelich here. Kramer here give it up to lefties. He's giving up a 917 OPS to lefties. So that's none other than Christian Yelich, and Christian Yelich can probably be hot right now. And then Rowdy Tellez, he'll be a home run candidate for me. Rowdy Tellez, he hits lefties 829 OPS, and like I said, Kramer's giving up a 917 OPS towards left hand batters here. So I'll be looking at him for a home run. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm looking for hits or something, I'm looking at Yelich. Okay. So that's pretty much from that game. I ain't looking to pick a side in that one. And then the St. Louis Cardinals at Texas Rangers game here. Give me the Texas Rangers, man. Money line parlays, run line straights, man. Maybe I'll just stick with the money line, tease it down a little bit because you're getting hefty plus money for that run line at a plus 132. They covered yesterday. Some bats I like from this one here is they're all going to come from Texas, and rightfully so. I had for sure I had Jonah Heim. Jonah Heim I like him in this spot here. Who else did I have? Nathaniel Lowe, of course, Corey Seager and Marcus. So my top bet would probably be, I would probably go Seaman. Marcus Seaman. He's on a 25 game hitting streak, so I ain't even too much worried about that. Seager, he'll probably be my top bet. He'll probably be my top bet with over 1,000 OPS versus righties. And then Nathaniel Lowe, he's hitting righties well. So Seager, Marcus, Lowe, Hine, those bats, they've been doing the heavy lifting there. Now, like I said, guys, watch out for the weather here. This is a very important game here. Watch out for the weather. If the weather is out, I don't know. I wouldn't be taking Webb's K's right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the weather. You know what I'm saying? So the weather's supposed to be ugly. All right. So just monitor this game here. And from this last game, Chicago Cubs here, we got James Talion. I call him Talion Beef. We got Talion on the mound. We got Berea on the mound here. I'm looking at one bat here. I'm looking at Shohei Ohtani. He's hitting lefties well. He's hitting righties well. 925 OPS. James Talion, he's giving up 1,000 OPS to left-hand batters. He's 2 for 8 for him versus him, and the only 2 hits that he got was home runs. All right, so hey, and Shohei Ohtani has been hot lately. Okay, so yes, please. Yes. Now, as far as this, now I will touch. I'm gonna take Ohtani for a home run today. He's gonna be in my player pool for a home run. But let me rewind this back to the San Francisco Giants game here. I don't. It's some weather concerns here. All right. Let's say the game plays out. If the game plays out, I don't pick too many sides here. I like San Francisco to bust these guys up. All right. I'm gonna like Jock Peterson for a home run. I'm gonna like JD for a home run. I'm gonna like these guys. I'm gonna like these guys. All right. I like those guys for sure. Lamonte Wade Jr. Let me see. I had those guys in my player pool already. Let me see. Let me show you. So yeah, Peterson, almost about an 800 OPS versus righties. Seabold on the mound, he gives it up to lefties, righties, and switches. Okay. Who else did I have in there? I just said, you know what, I ain't gonna put all those players in that player pool, but I liked them though, man. Let me see. JD Davis, all right. JD Davis. Lamonte Wade Jr., like I said, a couple more bats. Just all those bats grade out well because Seabold gives it up. All right. But there's weather concerns there. And watch out for your pitching, man. Watch out for your pitching, man. Watch out for your pitching because people gonna wanna, I don't know. I don't target pitchers in Coors Field. People might want to, take a stab at some of these good looking numbers that Logan Webb has. But the weather, man, the weather is concerning right now. So monitor the weather, or whatever the case may be. All right. And like I said, like I said, you have to take into consideration these high total games. These high total games, man, gotta take it to consideration. All right. Take it to consideration. Stacking some of these batters or betting some of these individual props, man. I'm gonna go through this last time and I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm gonna show you. What we have a high total in? Oh yeah, we got an over under 11 in this game today. Yesterday, I'm telling you, the hits, runs, and RBI prop here. Let's go to it. They're gonna be juiced up today. They're gonna be at 2.5s today. They're not gonna be at 1.5s. They're gonna be at 2.5s today. Sure. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay. Sliding down here to the Cincinnati game. Okay. Freddie Freeman at 2.5. JD at 2.5. De La Cruz, I like that. I like him. Fraley, if he's leading off, yes, please. Max Muncy's at 1.5 today. Mookie Betts, he better be at 2.5. Yeah, but that's his runs and RBIs. And when you get those high totals in this small ballpark, I tell you every day, you can look here. Look, the Reds. Everybody got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first 6 batters, 7. The first 6 batters got there. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the first 6 batters had RBIs. I always point out the RBIs in these high total games because RBIs are always plus money. Always plus money, man. So my shit froze. So let me go over here to the RBI props here. I hit the same game parlay with 2 RBIs, a run, and a couple hits in this game here yesterday. Just tried to predict the game flow. Try to predict the game flow. Who's gonna score? Who's gonna get on base? Who's gonna run? You know what I'm saying? Because they finna put up runs in that game. So what game was that? Oh, that was the Dodgers game. I must have went past. Oh, here it is right here. So all these RBI props are plus money, man. Plus money. So looking at the lineups right here. So let me show you how I did it yesterday. All right. I looked at the lineup. Okay. So I was only focused on Dodgers lineup here. So let me see how this is the projected lineup right here. So I had so when I look at the RBIs, their cleanup spot. Number 4, Mookie gets on. Freddie, whatever he does, he might get on. Will Smith might strike out. Clean it up, JD. Clean it the fuck up. Clean it up. You know what I'm saying? I already went, you know what I'm saying? Max Muncy, if JD don't clean it up, Max Muncy gonna do the job. You know what I'm saying? For the RBIs, shit like that. Don't get it twisted. A lot of, you can get RBIs all through the lineup, just like this. You got loaded lineups like this, you're gonna get RBIs all on the back end. You know what I'm saying? And that's what goes on. So you can just about look at how these lineups are constructed, and these motherfuckers right here, the first 5, 6 batters, they the busiest guys on the bases. Lead off, guys. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 RBIs out of this first 6 players. Okay, now they're gonna have De La Cruz. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know now, you know. All right, so he made his debut yesterday. He's gonna be cleaning shit up. I don't know. The lineups ain't out. That's why it's important to see who's in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake Fraley, he was leading off. He ain't been leading off. His ass ain't been leading off. He just started leading off. He's a power hitter, a home run candidate, and he ain't been leading off. His ass was leading off yesterday. Lead off hitters, they get more chances to get at bats. You know what I'm saying? They get more chances. The higher you are in the lineup, the more at-bat chances you get. And then, like I said, these hits, runs, and RBIs, look how many people hit their hits, run, and RBIs on this team yesterday. 1, on this Dodgers team. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters hit their hits, runs, and RBIs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters hit their hits, runs, and RBIs on over here. All right. Same thing with Coors Field. Why do I like Coors Field? You know, same thing. Same thing with Coors Field. These are the two fields that's giving it up. And high total games, man. High total games. High total games. Same shit. Same shit. Same shit, man. Same shit. Look, they had a 9.5 over under yesterday. Yeah, man. They did that. And they had a 9.5 over under in this Washington game yesterday. I tell you guys that Washington, they don't hit for a lot of power, but they got a lot of small ball hitters over there. Arizona, they had the better bats. So we had an over under 9.5 here. Look at here. Look what happened. Look what happened. Look at Arizona. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody in the lineup hit their hits, runs, and RBIs except for one, and that was Christian Walker. And I like Christian Walker for a home run today. All right, he didn't even get a hit yesterday, so he's definitely due. Everybody in the lineup hit their hits, runs, and RBIs except for one. The hits, runs, and RBIs come out at 1.5. Look at here on Washington side. 1, 2, 3 guys hit it. But still, you get the drift. You know what I'm saying? You get the drift. You get the drift. And then last but not least, I'm gonna tell you, Coors Field. Like, what the hell? What you know, Coors Field. They got it in there yesterday. All right. That total came out at 11.5. This total came out at 11.5. And the same old damn song. Basically, I mean, Wade Jr., he went off. Estrada, he went off. Peterson, he went off in his first game back since May. So who hit their hits, runs, and RBIs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 9 batters on Giants, and then these guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them guys hit their hits, runs, and RBIs, but at the end of the day, 1, 2, 3, 4, that was the first 5 batters right there. All right. So I'm telling you, you got, I'm a fantasy player, you know what I'm saying? So I'm used to stacking up bats, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the strategy, stacking up bats and, trying to predict the outcome of, how these teams are going to score, who's going to score, knowing where these teams are going to score, and knowing what the positions are. The 2-hole, the 3-hole, and the 4-hole, and what their job is, and if their offense is able to produce. So, like I said, look at the RBI totals here. I mean, odds here, plus 140. You got hunches. If these teams are going to score, these are single bets here, straight bets, all plus money. All plus money. India plus 150. Muncie plus 120. Mookie Betts plus 130. This is an RBI. All right. Freddie Freeman plus 140. JD plus 110. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's easy. It's important to see who's in these lineups and then figure it out from there. So some high total games we got today. It's going to be the first game coming straight out. This game getting ready to come on in another 40 minutes here. I expect runs to be put up in this one. The Oakland Athletics game, I expect runs to be put up in this one here. And I like some lefties here. Contreras, you want to target lefties versus Contreras. Noda. So look at the lineup here. All right. So this lineups are confirmed. All right. So anything you see in yellow is confirmed here. I like Noda. I like Seth Brown. The lefties, I like the lefties versus him. McCutcheon, he's leading off today. Brian Reynolds, I like him to get a hit or get on base. Connor Joe, I like him a little bit better than Brian Reynolds. I thought Connor Joe would probably be leading off, but he's not. He moved up to the 3-hole. This Hogan Harris kid, I got to figure it out. I got to figure him out. I need to see a little bit more from Harris here, but Ronald Contreras, you can target the left-hand pitchers versus batters versus him. I like Noda will probably be my favorite bat on Oakland, and Rooker, he's due for a home run. And let me see, Pittsburgh got a 5.4 implied total. Winds blowing out to center field at 9 to 10 miles an hour. When you look at some of these, let's see. When you look at Rosie Contreras here, let's look at his earned runs. So he's showing the ability to give up runs here. All right. We know Oakland is trash. We're not going to look at this WRC plus that's 20th and all this shit. Not going to look at that for right now. All right. Lately, they've been putting up runs. I ain't going to lie. I give him that. So he's giving up 3 runs or more. And then his run line sitting at 3. Of course, he has been giving up runs. But you see, lately he's been shaky. He's been shaky lately. He does have K stuff. Oakland, it will strike out versus right-hand pitching. On the season, they number 2, but lately, like I said, if I filter it for the last couple of weeks, they've been better than second in the league. I'll say that. So Oakland last 2 weeks versus right-hand pitching, 14th with a 376 plate appearances versus right-hand pitching. They're number 14th in striking out. That's the last 2 weeks versus on the season, they striking out the second most. Okay, but sometimes those numbers can be misconstrued. A motherfucker will come in there and strike their ass out. You know, it was their day yesterday. If you had them on a money line, run line, your ass took an L. If you had Keller, you definitely took an L. So a lot of people straights and parlays got fucked up because of that. So, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. They expect runs to be put up in this game. Like I said, I don't know how effective 10 miles an hour wind straight center is with 73 degrees out there, 10 miles an hour straight to center. I don't know how effective that wind is. But my boy not in the lineup, Sawinski. So Carlos Santana, he graded out pretty well for me. Brian Hayes, he graded out pretty well. Castro graded out pretty well. So maybe Pittsburgh might put up a decent amount of runs here today. We'll see. Some of those bats did grade out pretty well for me. Some of them did. I didn't add them to my player pool, but they graded out well. Only reason I didn't add those bats to my player pool is because this is an early game. So Castro, 1,000 OPS versus left-hand pitching. Like I said, I need to see more from Hogan Harris, but Rodolfo Castro is hitting lefties really, really good this season. Brian Reynolds, he's in play for at least a hit all the time. And Connor Joe, I had him in my player pool. So I did have these guys in my player pool. I got to take them out. Yeah, so, yeah. Noda, like I said, Noda is one of the guys I was looking at. Roger Contreras will give it up to lefties. 830 OPS towards lefties. So those are the bats that you got to look at. I mean, it's shitty, but hey, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, who knows? Contreras might come out here and blow their ass down, you know, just strike them out. But we'll see with this over-under here. We'll see. So that was the whole slate in a nutshell, man. Appreciate you guys for coming on out. If you follow the page, if you're on YouTube, on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. Going forward, I'm gonna bring these streams down. Let me know if you want me to keep these streams long like this. Let me know if you want me to bring them down. Let me know as well. I'm just not the guy that I don't bet a lot of games, man, and I bet a lot of props. So, like yesterday, I posted on Facebook. I posted a hit prop. It had about 7 or 8 batters in there, and everybody got there except for one. I took Freddie Freeman for my home run digger, my Dinger Tuesday. He hit, and I did a home run round robin. That shit didn't do nothing. Outside of a live bet, I hit a couple live bets for the over on runs for live betting is I do a lot of live betting too. All right, so especially with these high total games, so I hit a couple live bets in this game too yesterday. So I did 2 parlays. They lost. My strikeout parlay took a L because of Pittsburgh, because of Keller, and my parlay took a L because of Pittsburgh. So, hey, they have that. But if you guys want me to, let me know, man. Let me know in the comments, man. You want me to keep these streams up, or just bring them down? You know what I'm saying? Just bring them down and just come with some, some picks. I just like to talk about each and every game so I can help people out, because there's a lot of people that just really need help when it comes to, maybe I need to get a guest on here. That's what I need to try to, bounce some ideas off of each other. So I don't get a lot of feedback from the comment section, but those who do, I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? But good luck, man. Good luck today. Those are my thoughts, man. And you guys can rewind it and get some of my thoughts back, whatever the case may be. But yeah. Peace out.